Congratulations! You're a new language learning portfolio user. Researchers have found that using portfolios like LinguaFolio Online or LFO, the paper version of LinguaFolio, or the new materials from LinguaGrow is correlated with improved language learning outcomes as well as improved outcomes in other subject areas. You just need to know how to get started. But first, what is it? What are portfolios like LinguaFolio, LinguaFolio Online, and the newest materials developed as part of LinguaGrow? Portfolio systems are designed to document your journey as a language learner. Who's in charge of it? You are. You decide what kind of evidence to provide and what your goals are along the way. And where do you do all of this? With respect to LinguaFolio Online, you can use the mobile app available on Android or iOS. You could also go to linguafolio.uoregon.edu. LinguaGrow resources can be found at necessful.org/linguagrow-linguafolio. When should you use it? Just whenever you're out and about in the world and practicing using the language that you're learning. You might be on social media and interacting with target language speakers, or you might be playing a video game, or you might be at a local restaurant, or you might be in your classroom, or studying at home. Any time is a good time for language learning. Why? To improve your language learning. Learners who engage in goal setting and reflection on a regular basis tend to have improved outcomes not only in the language class, but also in all of their other coursework as well. It really helps you take charge of your own learning, and you can transfer those skills to any area of your life. And finally, how? Reflective practices, which you'll learn about in the SPAR model, and your voice, making sure to focus on what's relevant to you and how you want to grow. So what are reflective practices? What is the SPAR model? You are about to discover the answers. Look at this vision board created by someone wanting to become an astronaut and see what you can find out. Pause the video for 5 minutes while you work. Did you get it? Did you discover the 4 phases? You may have noticed that on this vision board, there were a few errors in capitalization. Those should have been your clue. The first phase that you should have uncovered is set goals. In this phase, we look at can-do statements and think about what we want to achieve, oftentimes alongside an expert, such as a teacher or a friend. The second phase you should have uncovered is plan. In this phase, you'll select what strategies you're going to use to achieve your goals. These might be language learning strategies like circumlocution or talking around the word that you're trying to say, or broader learning strategies like scanning a text for detail. The third phase you should have uncovered is act. This is where you create evidence of your growth. It doesn't matter if you are perfectly achieving your goals yet. What matters is that you document where you are on the journey and that documentation means something to you. The last phase that you should have uncovered is reflect. In this phase, you'll think about how well you've achieved your goals and why exactly that is. What are your strengths? What are the areas you most want to address? Importantly, you are at the center of everything. You are directly involved in setting goals and choosing how to act, what evidence to upload, in your reflection piece, as well as in your planning of how to achieve your goals. Also, you may notice that each phase in the SPAR model or in reflective practices impacts each other phase. So while we might start setting goals and move to reflection and decide based on that reflection whether or not our goals were appropriate, once you get really good at the SPAR model, you'll jump around. You may immediately select a strategy and start reflecting on that strategy. Or you may act and upload evidence and decide you want to try a new strategy before you move on and really reflect and self-evaluate. No matter what, you are at the center. So that's your introduction to the purpose of portfolios. Enjoy setting goals, planning how to achieve those goals, demonstrating mastery of those goals, and self-evaluating. In other words, happy growing.